Hello friends, this is Farzeen from Farzeen Islamic Stories, bringing you one of the most incredible and inspiring survival stories in human history. The story of Sir Ernest Shackleton and his legendary expedition to Antarctica. On the 4th of November 1914, the British ship Endurance set sail from London, heading into the stormy, freezing, and largely uncharted waters of the Southern Ocean. On board were 28 crew members, each chosen for their skill, resilience, and courage. Leading them was Sir Ernest Shackleton, a man with a dream that seemed impossible: to cross the entire Antarctic continent on foot, from the Weddell Sea coast to the Ross Sea. To understand the magnitude of this plan, imagine this: no smartphones, no GPS, no satellites, no modern navigation tools. Temperatures would plummet to minus 50 degrees Celsius or lower. Snowstorms and blizzards could strike without warning, and they would attempt to walk across a frozen continent, thousands of kilometers of ice and snow, in complete isolation. Shackleton's expedition was a testament to human ambition, bravery, and the spirit of exploration. The plan was simple on paper. The ship would land in Bassel Bay along the Weddell Sea, which is one of the most dangerous and icy seas in the world almost, completely enclosed by Antarctica, meaning ice cannot easily escape. From there, Shackleton and his crew would trek across the continent to the South Pole and continue to the Ross Sea, covering roughly 2,900 kilometers. If all went perfectly, it would take about 120 days. But Antarctica is a place where perfectly rarely happens. On the 5th of November 1914, Endurance reached the whaling station on South Georgia Island, which was the last human settlement before Antarctica. Here, experts warned Shackleton to delay the expedition because conditions were extremely risky. But Shackleton was determined, and they continued. By the 5th of December 1914, the Endurance sailed forward, navigating the heavy ice. But as they progressed, the ice was much denser than anticipated. Finally, on the 18th of January 1915, the ship became completely trapped in the frozen sea. Crew members attempted to free the ship by cutting through a 15-foot-wide chasm in the ice, but after hours of work, the ship remained stuck. Gradually, the ice sheet began drifting further away from their target landing point at Bassel Bay. Before we continue, friends, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button now. You don't want to miss more amazing stories like this. Also, I was inspired to make this video after watching a video by Dhruv Rathee, who teaches us to think critically and explore the world around us. Watching his video motivated me to dive deep into Shackleton's incredible journey and share it with you. Now let's get back to the story. Winter in Antarctica is extreme to 24 hours of darkness, plummeting temperatures, relentless snowstorms, and no sunlight for weeks or months. Shackleton ordered the crew to stay on the ship and wait out the winter, but the pressure of the surrounding ice was crushing the vessel. Photographer Frank Hurley, who had come with the expedition, documented this period, capturing haunting images of the ice pressing against the ship, creating cracks, and threatening to break it apart. By the 30th of September 1915, cracks were already visible, but the crew did not lose hope. On the 24th of October, the ice's pressure caused a heavy piece to break the ship's stern post. Water started seeping in faster than it could be pumped out. Shackleton immediately ordered preparations to abandon the ship if necessary. For 3 days, the crew fought to remove water from the hull at temperatures of minus 8.5 degrees Celsius. On the 27th of October, the Endurance finally collapsed completely, sinking into the icy Weddell Sea. With the ship gone, the crew was stranded on a floating ice sheet. They had minimal supplies, only 1 month's food, 3 small boats, 1 sledge for transport, and a few personal items. Sleeping was extremely difficult. Many had to huddle together to stay warm. They had no means of contacting the outside world. Survival depended solely on Shackleton's leadership and the crew's courage. Shackleton knew their best hope was to reach Polly Island, approximately 550 kilometers away, where emergency supplies had been left by a previous expedition. Each crew member could carry only 2 pounds of essential items. They left behind gold coins, personal belongings, and some of Frank Hurley's photographic negatives, taking only what was critical. Food shortages forced difficult decisions. The expedition's puppies were sacrificed, and later, they relied on hunting seals and penguins to survive. The ice sheet drifted and the crew had to move multiple times, establishing temporary camps such as Ocean Camp. By the 23rd of March 1916, They sighted Joinville Island, though it was only a partial solution. Shackleton mapped a route to the next nearest islands, Clarence Island, then Elephant Island. Crossing the Drake Passage, one of the world's most dangerous stretches of water, was unavoidable. Drake Passage has waves up to 12 meters high, and historically thousands of sailors have lost their lives there. The crew endured extreme thirst, hunger, and exhaustion. They collected ice to melt for water, ate raw seal meat, and rationed their limited supplies carefully. The 28th crew member, Blackborough, had originally stowed away, and Shackleton jokingly warned he would be the first to be eaten if necessary. Yet the crew never had to resort to such measures. On the 10th of April 1916, after 497 days of battling ice, storms, and hunger, the crew reached Elephant Island, a desolate rock in the Southern Ocean. To them, it was heaven. Elephant Island, however, was uninhabited. Shackleton decided to sail to South Georgia Island with a small team of 5, leaving the rest under Frank Wild's leadership. The journey across the Drake Passage in a small boat was terrifying. Winter had set in, and daylight lasted only a few hours per day, just enough to navigate using a sextant. Waves battered their boat, water constantly flooded in, and exhaustion was extreme. After 3 weeks, they finally reached South Georgia Island on the 10th of May 1916, 522 days after leaving London. But the ordeal wasn't over. The whaling station lay across 10,000-foot-high mountains, which had never been crossed on foot. Shackleton, along with Worsley and Crean, rested for 9 days before attempting this impossible feat, climbing snowy peaks, descending into valleys, cutting stairs into ice, and navigating unknown terrain. They eventually reached the Stromness whaling station after 36 hours. This marked the first ever successful crossing of South Georgia Island by foot. Meanwhile, Frank Wild led the remaining 22 men on Elephant Island. For 128 days, they survived by hunting penguins and seals, keeping spirits high with daily reminders. Pack your bags, friends. The boss can come today. Finally, Shackleton returned with the ship Yelcho on the 30th of August 1916, rescuing all 22 men. Every single member who had left on Endurance survived. This incredible story is a testament to human resilience, courage, leadership, and teamwork. 106 years later, in 2022, Endurance was discovered in the Weddell Sea, remarkably preserved under the ice. Shackleton's expedition remains one of history's most miraculous survival stories. Friends, this story teaches us that with determination, leadership, teamwork, and mental strength, even the impossible can become possible. Just like Shackleton inspired generations of explorers, modern thinkers like Dhruv Rathee inspire critical thinking and learning platforms such as Adaria. IO help people gain life-changing skills from top educators. Whether it's crossing Antarctica or overcoming personal challenges, the key is courage, careful planning, and belief in yourself. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Farzeen Islamic Stories, to watch more inspiring stories. Remember, friends, with determination, faith, and teamwork, even the greatest challenges can be overcome.